Welcome back to Rising World on the Radio Man 03. Awesome to have you along. We are going to get started today on Town Square. I think Town Square is the next thing we need to get going because it's going to be extremely important to know where everything else then is going to lay out around Town Square. Let me give you kind of a vision of what I'm thinking about right now. Town Square is going to be sort of down in this area right here. It's going to be sizable. But then the road is going to lead off up to the blacksmithy, and along here we're going to have sort of a business district, maybe an alleyway or something that goes back to a couple of things in the background there, possibly. It all depends on what happens here, but we do want a town square to start off with. And then on this area here, around this edge of the mountain, we'll have a couple more homes, okay? A couple of small homes, little homesteads. And then, of course, down this way, if we keep going this way, this leads us down to the water's edge. We're going to go down to the water. Actually, I need a couple of buckets of water to bring up here so we have a water source close by. Yeah, so this is going to lead down to the water. And I don't know that this is going to be so much of a big ship port as maybe kind of a fishing area, most definitely. We'll have some structure here and some docking here with a couple of boats hopefully in the water and just kind of a small type fisherman type thing, where fishermen would go out and catch fish they'd sell in town for the day and then, people would come and purchase them, but it wouldn't be, I don't know, one of those, what am I thinking of here? Not like a great big shipping dock, where there'd just be tons of fishing going on and big nets and stuff like that going on. Just an area where a couple of folks decided, you know what, there's no fish in town. We're going to go ahead and be the fishermen and we're going to bring fish into town. So I think that's what's going to go down here. Probably at about this level right here with a dock that stretches out. I don't know. We'll have to see what our imaginations come up with. But something that encompasses this area right here will be the fishing area. So then you come into town and people that come across the lake to come to the village will, of course, dock there and then come up this way and then hit Town Square. And Town Square, like I said, is going to be right in this area here because then the road is going to go off. We have a path. Where's the path to the farm at? I believe I've got it way down here. Yeah, the farm path is right here. So it's going to encompass this area right here. What I've done already so far today in preparation for the episode is I went in and I cut down these quite a few of these real thick bushy pine trees that were in here just so I'd have kind of a better idea as to what kind of landscape I'm dealing with. Let's get our water put down so we have a water source here. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing fantastic today. I am. It's a great day. That should be good enough for us, right? Put a little bit of water there and a little bit of water right here. Can I drink from that? You drank some water. That's perfect. I've got our chest set up here, our little crate. I forgot to leave the rolling pin at the farm. I know. Crazy. Let's get our workbench put down as well. And we need a block bench. We need a block bench and a saw bench. Let's go resources. Let's go crafting stations. Let's get a block bench made up. What do I need? 48 lumber. I could have sworn I had lumber. Oh, okay, here we go. And I think we're probably going to need a little bit of loggage too for this here. Let's see. Saw bench, lumber, and that was the block bench. The saw bench requires 56. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys put down as well, and then we will be ready to begin building and working on Town Square. We're going to get it kind of laid out today, get the ground cleared out, and see just what it is that we have for an area to work with here. And you can go right about there. Perfect. And we'll put the saw bench right next to it here with the grass growing through it. Yes. No worries. We have our scythe here with us, so we can just go ahead and take care of that as well. And bump. There we go. And let's clear out a little area here so we can see what we're working on. Perfect. All right, beautiful. There's our workstation. We're all set to go there, and we're going to need to cut out a bunch of grass here too. I'm going to just kind of weed along here real quick, just along the road, just give us a little wider path to take a look at the landscape. It's some crazy ground, as you know with Rising World. The ground is quite interesting. I do not want it. The land starts to slope up there just before we get to the blacksmith shop, and I don't want that to change. I would really like that to stay as is. I would like the town to kind of, well, I'll show you here in a second, You can see the town, it starts to go up and up and up, and then of course the blacksmith shop is there just outside of our view range, but there we go. So I do want it to step up, but town square I think should be down at this spot. This level right here would be good. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is clear out some of this grass, see what we've got going on, and you know, then we can start laying out some blocks. We're gonna leave that fern if we can right, well, we're not gonna leave that fern, it's gone. Never to return. I hope that is something that comes in the future too, that we could put some of these plants back. We can grow ferns and bushes and things like that, that we'd be able to harvest those things. And of course, different kinds of plants too would be really cool as well. But they're doing a great job so far. This last update was a huge update. I've not noticed those weird light textures in here. Now, granted, I've not been down in the mine to see what that looks like. Is the mine, when you light up the mine area, it tends to have that kind of a really bright orange, yellowish glow all over the place. I'd be kind of curious to see if that's dulled down a little bit, and when you're digging, if the lighting doesn't come through a little bit better as well. So we'll have to check out the mine at some point in time. I did not go down there to smelt up some more iron. I did not do that. And well, it works better if you just click each time. You know, that it goes faster than if you try to just hold it down and swing. He seems to move a little bit slower. Like that, yeah. And yeah, town square is going to be sizable. I've got the block, the circle set up. We're going to do a circle out here. It's going to be a radius of 24. I think that's going to be the radius. And in the middle of town square, I believe what we should have is some sort of area where people would be punished. Because that was like entertainment back then, right? I mean, if you did something wrong, caught stealing or something, you were put in the middle of town, and people came and threw their potatoes at you and tomatoes and all kinds of stuff and ridiculed you for being a bad person. What's that? It takes an entire village to raise a child? Is that how that saying goes? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that's something we're going to want to definitely add to this as well in town square, definitely. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a little bit of a palette going on here. Not too bad. Let's grab our rake out and let's flatten this down right here. Notice the sound effect is a lot softer when you're raking. I noticed that right away today when I was doing a little bit of this before we got on to record. Pretty cool. And we're going to bring this up a little bit and bring this down a little bit like so. Come on now. Behave, Earth. These trees, of course, are going to have to go away, but we're going to put the circle in first and see what trees we can keep and which trees we need to get rid of. And then as we need to get rid of trees, we will get rid of trees or add trees. It all depends on what we got going on here. Yeah, this is not going to be bad to bring up at all. There we go. Look at that. Look at it come up just like so. That's beautiful. Okay, so you need to come down. We could have this climb up out of town square as well. Or should I call it town circle, since it is going to be a circle. Oh my goodness. So full of the tomfoolery, aren't I? Yes, indeed. Ah, beautiful. Knock it down. Yeah, there we go. We got to decide what kind of blocks too. The block that we choose now is going to be important because it's going to make up the not only town square, but it's also going to mark. Is that right? There we go. There we go. That's the correct way. There we go. Perfect. All right. Beautiful. It's also going to mark out the roads, the direction the roads travel and stuff. It's going to be kind of the border and the road itself. So I think I want to have some sort of a type of a paved road as you walk through town, not with sidewalks or anything like that, but definitely something that looks like it's been, you know, these folks have been living here for a long time. They've been living together in harmony for a long time. They know how to work together, and so they really want to see their village thrive. So they've done some paving with cobblestone, stuff like that. So that's probably what we're gonna have to look at, is the cobblestone, and see what kind of cobblestones we have to choose from and which ones look the best. This doesn't take long at all. You see, guys, I've mentioned this before. I've heard people complain about having to raise and lower the terrain. It does not take too long. It actually behaves very well. I don't know if they've made changes to that, but it's never bothered me. Once I got the feel for it, it seems to work out just great. And we had this divot right over here too. We need to bring this up just a bit over here. Yeah, come on, up you go. I think this tree might be causing a little bit of an issue. Let's walk it on out of the way here. Yeah, all right. I'll sip my coffee while I'm working hard here to chop down this tree. It takes 10 hits, so it's a bit of a time. And timber. Let's get rid of this one too. Beautiful. It looks like we're gonna travel up a little bit before we head back down to the river. That's gonna be kind of cool, I think. We're gonna try to work with the landscape as best we can. Where we've got individual projects going on, I kind of raise and lower the earth and get myself a nice flat space to work on. But yeah, it's been working out pretty good. Oh, there we go. F. Those of you who watched the first episode of Medieval Engineers Planet, thank you so much for doing so. I appreciate your support on that series as well. I think, like I said in that episode, the two series are going to complement each other. We're going to build stuff there and go, oh, you know what? That's not a bad look. We'll build that over here and vice versa. So I think it's going to be kind of fun to have both of those going at the same time. But here we are, Rising World. Look at those beautiful pine trees out there. I tell you, they did a nice job with this. All right, give it up. Give it up, tree. Give it up. And one more. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. There's some more wood. All right, let's take a look at what. Let's finish flattening this out real quick here. Yeah, tree was definitely in the way. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Touch that up a little bit. Now we've got a huge area here. So let's get back over here. And let's take a look at the blocks we have and which ones we want to choose from here. Block bench, please. Thank you. Let's go stone. Yes. Of course, stone. Stone bricks, sandstone, cobblestone. Let's take a look at the cobblestones. We have this down the mine. It looks nice, and it would not make for a bad road, I don't think. I think that might be a really good choice for us. But what's going to complement that block on the side of it? This one here, a little too yellow for me. That one there gets really dark. We have that on the floor at the blacksmithy. It's just a little too dark. We do have this mossy stone brick that we used, which is very nice as well. And the rest of them are just a little too modern for me. Loam is the dirt. Those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool, I have to say. Stone tiles? No, not stone tiles. Stone bricks. What would this look like? What would this look like? We don't have any stone on us right now. What would that look like next to the cobble? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to take some of these tools out of here. Let's get this put up in there. And let's make 10 of those. And then let's make... Oh, that one might not be bad for the road itself. Even that one there might not be too bad for the road. But let's go ahead and go to stone bricks. And which one was it that I was talking about? There was a... Oh, no, it's not. It's in the stone. No, it's in the cobblestone. There we go. And let's make up 10 of these. Nope, 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 nope. Whoa, 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 minimum. How do these two look together? What are we on first? Let's go 4. Trying to get kind of lined up here. Like so. And then we're going to do... Come on, stay up here. There you go. Like that. Let's just fill this in. Well, as best we can, I guess. Those don't look too bad together. Now, if we take... Let's get our sledgehammer out. If we take and limit this stacked stone... Remember, these blocks are not going to stay on the surface, which is really great. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2... we're going to take this one out of here, too. Like so, and then let's go ahead and fill this in with these guys right here. That, I think, would look really, really nice. What do you guys think? Kind of a darker gray? A lot of the buildings have got that lighter colored stone in them, so this one is going to... what am I doing? Sorry about that. Let's go through the inventory several times. I feel like that is going to be a really nice look to it. Stacked stone walls with the cobblestone pathway. Looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go 1, 2. Oh, I need a bunch of those. Let's go ahead and make up a bunch of blocks. We're going to do that stacked stone. I really love it. As I mentioned during the farm build, it has really been good. And by the way, glad you guys like the farm. I'm really happy that you guys like the way the farm turned out. I was pretty pleased with it too. I really had a great time putting that together. And let's max that out again and again. What the heck? And then we're gonna go. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. These are in the wrong spot right here. Maybe I should take a look and see if this is where I want Town Square to start. Actually, I think I'd like to bring it down a little bit further here. Yeah, I think I would like to bring it down here a little bit further. Not quite so close to the smithy. Because next door to the smithy, I think I want to do... we want to do a little stable next to the smithy. And then everybody wants to see a bar... like a bar saloon type thing. And I think we're going to mix like an inn and a bar together and have that right in this area here too. And then, you know, we'll move on from there. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's start it right here. I'm just looking at that path right there. It kind of leads right up to the smithy in the front of it. So it's in kind of a good position. And 6. Okay. And then it's 1, 2, 3 off on this side. And 3 on that side. And then it's 1, 2, 3. Let me pull up my circle chart here on my phone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and there's 4 of those. And then it's okay. Then it's just 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. 3. Wow, is this going to be big enough? Let's take a look at this and see. Is that big enough? My goal in here is to have some little tiny like tables with chests and stuff next to them, like there's merchants within this area. And I don't know if that's going to be big enough. Let's take a look here and see what other choices I have here. Maybe a 30 would be better. That's going to be big, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That's going to be 8 across. So let me take these blocks out and we'll start over. I think I'm going to go with a 30 radius circle on this one. Okay, we're back. And my phone is getting ready to go back to sleep again. There we go. So we're going with a 30 radius. So we go out 3, and then we go out 2. Let's get our rake on the bar here so we can kind of flatten this out a little bit. We're going to need to come back in here and get this smushed down a little bit so we've got room for everything. I think if we go with a bigger circle also, what I don't want to do is get crammed up inside the circle itself. I want plenty of space for a few little market spots, you know, little places, like I said, with tables and chests and stuff like that for the people to do their selling and trading at, and then give us a little room in the center to put some kind of you know, what do they have, the what was it called, the blocks that you put your arms and your hands and your head in, and you'd have to sit there for I don't know how many different days that you were sentenced to sit there, and people would come by and ridicule you for being a thief or whatever it was you were doing. It's like, go get a job, pal, get a job, you bum. And 1 here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 8 here, like so. Let's just pull this down a little bit. We don't have to remove the trees. I don't want to, as I said before. We're kind of working with the landscape here, and we'll see how it takes us. And so then from here, it's 1, 2, 3 out. One of these here. One of these here. Another 1. And a 1 and a 2. And a 1. And a 1, 2, and a 3. No. Hold on here. 1, 2. Ah, here we go. Yeah, these circles, man. I tell you, I love them, but they throw me for a loop sometime. Like that, and I believe what we do now is we go like this. Yeah, and then it's 1, and then we go 1, 2, 3, and then we have our 8 right here. How's that look? Yeah, that looks better. It looks like we're right next to where we need to be now. And then it's 3, and it's 1, and it's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, yep. 1, 2, 3, and 8. That's all the blocks we have. That was 4, right? Oh, great Scott, that was 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, let me make sure. 4, okay. Another 4 there, and then we're going to come 2, and 3, and 1, and 1, and 2, and 1. Nope. This goes here, this goes here, and then it's 1, 2, and 3. Let's go sleep. We're gonna go sleep up at the blacksmithy shop. Looking good up here in the distance, huh? She lights up at night. I love it. Love it to death. It was a fun project. Let's get a little bit of water while we're here. There we go. And hello, anybody home? We're gonna sleep in your bed tonight. There we are. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so that takes care of that. We've got our circle in. That is the main thing right there. The rest of it is all about imagination. You just have to decide what shape you want to do, and I think that shape is a good one. Do you see that loom upstairs? We need to put one of those in the farmer's house. Downstairs somewhere we need to put it. Let's see what kind of size we're talking about here. There we go. That's better. See? Now we've got room for what we want to do in here. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think that was a good idea. Let's go like so. Let's get this all built up. Oops. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go over here. I guess maybe we could do 2 in now that we've got that, right? That's better, yeah. I'm glad we went with a bigger circle, because the roads were going to have to be a little bit smaller than what I wanted them to be. Beautiful. Do we have any more of those? We do. We got another 64. Awesome. Wait a minute, I got something wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Something is wrong here. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Should be 1. Oh man, I made a mistake somewhere here. Let me figure out where it is. I'll be right back. This is going to be a pain in the butt. All right, I am back. The circle is fixed. Where did I make my mistake? Right over here, that number 2 right there. That right over there is where I made my mistake. So that's a lot of blocks to have to knock out. You hear my phone maybe going off in the background. We have our firewood being delivered today. Yes, indeed, we found someone to deliver us firewood, so I'm quite happy about that. It's always a challenge every year to get the firewood delivered. Kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. You get all these people that want to do the job, but then you call and their voicemail boxes are full, or they're not interested, or they're sold out, but they don't bother to call you back and let you know that they're, sold out. So it gets to be really, really frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I am looking for the center of our area now. What we should probably do is come over here and start coming down this way. And we're going to find our center just perfectly that way. Yeah. So Variety's quite ecstatic about it. I'm pretty happy about it too, but that means I've got 2 cords of wood being delivered, and that means I get to move them from my driveway into my backyard. And it is a tremendous amount of labor. I don't know if you've never seen 2 cords of wood, but it is a lot of wood. Every year this time we need it. I told Variety, I said, you know what? We really need to think about getting a central air system put in next year. It'd be nice to not have to worry about that and just get maybe a cord of wood just to kind of supplement things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this looks like our center. Very good. We got 2 blocks right here. We'll do that. Oh. How many times have you seen me do that? The last block I'm about to put down, and bam, it goes the wrong spot. I tell you what. All right, so that's Town Square right there. All right, awesome. Let's get these out of here. Let's get these up here and these up here. And I'm going to need a lot more stone. I could see that already. I thought they kind of fixed that so you can be a little bit closer to what you're working on and not have to worry about it going boom like that. Hey, they made some great changes to the game. I am not going to complain. I will not do it. I'm not one to complain. There's Variety again. She's and she's lucky. I'm going to probably let it sit there in my driveway until Saturday morning. Variety has to work Saturday. I do not, so that means I will probably be hauling most of that myself into the backyard, and she will be off the hook on that. I'm one of those guys that when I get started on it, I just want to get it done. So it's not a long ways to haul it, and it's mostly done with a wheelbarrow, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's just a lot of bending over and picking up and stuff like that. All right, look at that, guys, huh? That's pretty awesome. Maybe once we get this in, maybe there's some kind of a decorative type stone thing we could do with this as well. I don't know. We could maybe get a little fancy with it, but I don't know. I don't want to get, too fancy with it. I kind of like that. Kind of like so and like so, like that. 3 and a 1 and a 2. Like something like that, and then we could do something else around the outer edge. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't want to get too far on this without getting some feedback from you guys on it, but I feel like it's big enough. I feel like we can definitely put some kind of a market stand, maybe even up to 2 market stands on each of these little corners here, and it still gives us ample room to be able to walk through here and take a look at what's going on and stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool if you could put NPC characters back in here doing stuff like that, but maybe we have like a little pen with a pig stuck in it in here that's up for sale for butchering, things like that. In the middle of the square, we can either have a place where we punish people, or maybe we have a water fountain or some kind of a flower arrangement with a tree coming out of it. It doesn't have to be, what is it, the stockade? He said, "What is a stockade?" I think he know what I mean. I think he knows what I mean. I don't think we need something. We don't have to go with that. So tell me what you'd like to see. Should we have something for the punishment of the bad people in town, or do we have something beautiful and colorful in there with maybe a tree of some sort that grows in the middle of town here? I'll sip my coffee there. Something like that, Let me know what you think about those ideas. And I can tell you one thing. I'm going to have to dig up a lot of stone. We have some stone over at the blacksmithy shop, but we've gone through, 8 to 10 stacks already for this project, so it's going to be expensive to get the ground in. Now, something else I was thinking about. Timber! Sorry. Got to make sure no one was in the way. Don't want to be hitting no random moose out there, you know what I mean? They're roaming around out here, I tell you what. They are here. Oh, boy. Thank you, Pine Tree. Something else, each of these entranceways, I think we could get pretty creative with some sort of an entranceway too. Something, designed really nice, made of wood and stone maybe, to where each time you walk through one of these... Dirtying up my water. Come on now. There we go, beautiful. Drinking the water. Right over here. Right on these right here. Some kind of a, grand archway that goes up and over this like this on each one of these. Because this would be a pretty happening spot, middle of town. This is where everything kind of collides, from each direction, and people are bumping into each other and saying good morning and hi, and bringing down their baked goods to sell, and maybe their meats and stuff like that, or maybe they make stuff at home like cloth or clothing and cotton. The farmer would bring down his tomatoes and whatever is ripe, and sell it down here in the market as well. So, this could be a very fun project, and I think it's a very important project. They're all going to be important, but you know what I mean with this one. Look at that wood line up for me. Get in my belly. You too. I don't want you to. But yeah, think about that. Give me some feedback. Maybe I'll take a break for one day and get some feedback from you guys and see what you have to say about it, and get those ideas into me as quick as you can, because you know how I roll. I like to get busy on a project like this and see it through. So we'll get to work on that. Over at the farm, some feedback from the farm episodes. You guys don't mind having the free-range chickens roaming around. Like I said, I didn't mind them either. I was kind of bummed that they got out of the pen. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that front area off of the pen, the chicken coop, and I will put up a new one and put a little gate and pretend like the gate is just open. And that way the chickens are allowed to roam about. I don't even know how many chickens are over there right now. It doesn't seem like there's very many. There's at least a couple I saw. We'll just have free-range chickens. And the piglet did manage to glitch himself off of that rail and is down on the ground now with the other pigs. That's good size. I'm glad we went from 24 up to 30. I think that was a good idea. I think it's going to pay off in the long run, and we're going to have plenty of space in here to really have some fun with this. So again, give me some of your suggestions and ideas. I am going to have to go mining for stone. I can tell right now that I'm going to have to spend some time down in the mine. We were going to start out there today of the episode, but it just didn't work out that way. But now you can see we've got a clear path down to the river. We can go this way, or we can actually have the road kind of curve off. We'll see what we do. And then this one here, and then this, of course, branches into the road out to the farm, which is just right here, huh? Yeah, the farm path is right there, so that's nice. So we bring the road out, and we attach it up to the path that leads out to the farm. And we have a path right here that leads out to, I don't know what's going to go out here, but, I mean, there's a lot of space between here and the mountain. Quite a bit of space. Indeed, there is. So we've got quite a bit of room over there to do some work if we want to. This, of course, goes up to the blacksmithy house. And something else I was thinking about, instead of a castle, maybe some kind of a lord's manor back in there. Not quite as big as a castle, but like a lord's manor who's in charge of the village and overseeing what's going on here at the village, collecting the taxes and things like that, the manor of the lord. And then this path here can go out. We're going to have, I don't know what we're going to do over here. We could do a couple of businesses right here, and then off the farmer's path, I thought we'd actually do a couple of houses over in this area here. A couple extra little farmhouses with just small gardens over in this area. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice big chunk of land, don't you think? And it's a beautiful spot too. It's really a beautiful piece of land. So lots of work still to come, lots to do, lots to show you, lots to work with you on. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm glad you are enjoying it, actually. I get a lot of great feedback from this, and thank you so much for that. And thank you for your time today. That's all I've got time for. So if you wouldn't mind, please help me out by hitting that like button if you enjoyed today's episode. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.